New York City.
Hopefully we'll get a record deal out of it.
You guys have been together for 3 weeks. Is this really a group?
They're very, very quick to say no.
Mission Man Band, season finale, coming up next, only on VH1.
Previously on Mission Man Band, they sang sweet, partied hard, and made young girls scream.
How's everybody doing out there today?
But it couldn't last.
All of a sudden, the DJs were not feeling our music or making fun of the whole boy band thing.
And then after that, the whole thing fizzled. Just like that, quick as it began.
So with their pop star heyday a fading memory, these four ex-boy banders came to Orlando
Looking for a man band?
and embarked on a nearly impossible mission. Band together, make new music, and reclaim their former glory in just 21 days.
We're trying to condense 5 years worth of stuff into 3 weeks.
But they arrived with baggage
Endless pills, man.
from Rich's illness,
2 years ago, I was diagnosed with leukemia, and I'm in remission now because I had a stem cell transplant. Making music with these guys is absolutely the beginning of a new chapter in my life.
to Jeff's pop star identity crisis.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. It's just not me anymore. I'm just gonna go home.
But it was Brian's battle with alcohol that cast the darkest shadow over their new mission.
It doesn't stop with just a drink. It goes on to the next one and the next one and the next one.
He's got a real problem with it.
And a boozy welcome party proved too tempting.
I am feeling big and pimping.
Brian went off on a 2-day binge,
There was scariness that came out of you, man.
What good is a lead singer if he's not sober?
forcing Chris to intervene,
You're an alcoholic. You're gonna be drunk your whole life.
getting Brian back on the wagon.
I'm a middle-aged guy with some issues.
But their problems weren't over. Their first gig at an Orlando Magic halftime show was a disaster.
Thank you, Orlando.
And everyone started pointing fingers,
We wanted to fire you.
It's not an excuse.
pitting the band against their manager.
That makes me hate you.
You threw us under the bus, and you knew we were gonna get thrown under the bus.
I mean business. Are you gonna argue with me?
Yes, I am gonna argue with you.
With the mission about to collapse, mega producer Brian Michael Cox brought down the hammer.
I cannot be a part of a whack project. I will not.
The band rallied. They got back in the studio and finally found their voice.
Now that I found you, I gotta let you know.
I think this song's ridiculous.
I mean, I thought it was a hit from first listen.
Then in Miami, they redeemed themselves with their second performance. Now there's just one question. Can 4 former boy banders reinvent themselves and get a second shot at stardom?
This has to work, or else I'm done.
Tonight, the band faces their biggest test yet.
We're gonna be, in front of all these labels tomorrow in New York City.
This is crazy, man. This is what I have been hoping and praying for 10 years.
They're about to find out, once and for all, is this for real?
I want this bad.
We'll see what happens. We're about to head in.
This is Mission Man Band.
I want to do this thing for real, man.
We are, aren't we?
I think we are. We are doing
We
it.
have to.
It feels good. It feels right.
Sort of fall in our direction like they never have, right?
It's time for new beginnings.
I couldn't agree with you more. Whatever happens in New York happens. I mean, if we get out of there with a record deal or 2 or 3 offers, that's the best thing ever.
It'll be interesting to hear what they all have to say about the project, and hopefully we'll get a record deal out of it, which would be cool to move forward with this.
Collectively, we've sold millions and millions of records. And for anyone not to take a chance on us, I think they're missing the boat.
And I'm not trying to get my hopes up. I'm just like, I'll be honest with you, I've been doing a lot of praying. The training, I'm not gonna lie, I dreaded it a few times.
Awesome, Brian.
But every time I'd get in there and work out with her, I'd always feel better about myself afterward. It's made me feel like I'm not too old to give it another shot, whether it be personal issues or my weight or the music. It's all about just making up in your mind that you're gonna get something done and do it.
So let's do your final weigh-in.
Okay, how did that happen? That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, that is 13 pounds. That is 13 and a half pounds.
I'm feeling better. My confidence is up, man. I'm ready to rock and roll.
I'm so excited for you. You've done great.
I'm definitely gonna put the partying behind me. I want the other guys to know that I'm putting in 110%.
Chris and I jumped in the car and went over to the Arnold Palmer Children's Hospital.
Hi. Hi there.
Nice to meet you.
Hey. She is so cute.
It really struck a chord in me because seeing these kids, a lot of them have leukemia, a lot of them have lymphoma, or other rare cancers.
What's up, man? Chris.
Hey, I'm Rich.
Chris,
How
nice
are
to
you,
meet
man?
you.
We were trying to cheer them up, but most of all, I wanted them all to know that not 6 months ago, I was in the exact same place they are.
How long you been in here?
3 days.
You feel like you're doing time?
Yeah. I just one window, just looking out, and that's it.
I just went through the same thing, though, man.
Yeah, I heard.
I have leukemia. Well, I wish you the best, and I hope everything goes exactly the way you guys want it to, and I'm sure it will.
It was nice to go with Rich. You know, as soon as Rich would say, you know, I just went through this myself, and, you know, I just finished chemo, and the kids' faces would light up. Where did that pretty smile come from?
Look at that. She's too cute.
So how long have you guys been here?
We've been coming since June of last year, so
Yeah.
we've been doing the chemo for a while now.
It was pretty heartbreaking, to be honest with you. It made me want to get behind my foundation even more and let more people know about blood donation and stem cell donation and how simple it really is and how they can save lives.
Be strong.
Good luck. Very nice meeting you.
It's a major problem that doesn't really get talked about that much. And I'd like to change that.
I'll pass this along to you guys, and then you can pass it along to them. So for tomorrow, wanted to arrive in style to New York. So I chartered a private jet.
That is in style, yeah. She dropped the news on us last night that we're gonna be, you know, in front of all these labels tomorrow in New York City. But today she gave us the surprise news that we're gonna be going to New York in a private jet. It's been a while since I've been on one of those, so.
Yeah, well, you know, it's time again.
I want them to have a little taste of what it could be again for them if they play their cards right.
Yeah, I appreciate it. That's gonna be fun.
Let's hope after all that we come back with some good news.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's happening, man?
How'd the show go, man?
It was amazing, man.
Good.
We ripped that.
When I got here to the house, the guys were extremely excited about the performance in Miami.
I gotta tell you, man, that response was better than we could have expected.
From the first day to now, you know, I could just definitely see the progression from the uncertainty to now. Their confidence level is just raising and raising. That's good, man. I'm really glad the show went well, man.
People were like, they were going crazy.
Yeah, that's good, man.
They wanted us to win, man. Last night, we found out that we're going to New York. We want to go there with 3 songs, so BMC's doing another song with us today.
The labels that we are going to already have the first 2 songs, so it's important to go in there with something new.
I think this song's ridiculous.
Yeah. This song's pretty good. It's a little bit different than the other songs. It leans a little more R&B. Baby, everything I said that hurt your feelings, okay, I take it back. I take it back.
I'm really trying to move on, baby, but I can't.
So far, the new song's going great. I love the way Brian's voice came out on the chorus.
The story of my life. Why do we end up at the right place at the wrong time? From the beginning, I was shooting for getting these guys already. Us going to New York tomorrow could be phenomenal.
Sounds great, man.
We got these great records. We think they're great, but what are the big guys gonna think?
We sound good together, man.
I think we're going to be able to finish it tonight and play it for these executives tomorrow, and this should solidify the fact that we're not playing around.
It's nice to have someone believe in you again, you know what I mean?
It's definitely year of the underdog, is it not?
People walked away real quick when things went sour, you know what I mean? It got to the point where I didn't even believe in myself anymore because no one believed in me, you know?
Yeah.
Damn, man, I'm happy for you too, man.
Happy for you too, man. I love you guys, man.
Let's do this.
We are on the private jet, heading to New York to see what happens.
Next stop, Atlantic Records.
I want to walk out of New York with a major record deal.
They weren't quite as dynamic as I wanted melodically. They're very, very quick to say no. You know, I'm very excited about this New York trip, but I'm a little bit nervous. I mean, it's hard to say what they're going to think of us as a group. It's been a long time since any of us have had record deals.
I certainly didn't expect this to be how we done this thing.
This is a lot bigger than a boy band. We're a lot better than just being lumped into that, and maybe we deserve another shot.
We've got 3 really good songs.
Really good song. Yep.
Not a bad start.
Which one is it?
It's the big one.
It's cool to be a part of a group with all these guys that had major setbacks in their lives, and now we're going to New York and meet with labels. It's an unbelievable thing, man.
I want to walk out of New York with a major record deal.
Gentlemen, hello. Hey. I'm Marco with Blue Star Jets. Nice to meet you guys. I understand that today's a big day for you. Good luck.
Thanks,
Thank you very much.
be MC?
He's flying up by himself.
Is it?
Yeah. After the meetings, I'm hoping to get back on this jet with a reason to celebrate. And I'm very, very confident and very sure that that's going to happen.
That giant stadium right there. Guys, I would like you to look off to the right, and in 2 years, see where we will be playing.
Giant stadium, I like that.
The last time I've been to big labels like this, it's been over 10 years.
All right, next stop, Atlantic Records.
I'm going out to Atlantic Records. We're going to see a guy named Steve Lunt, who I've known for quite a few years. He's passed on a few of my projects in the past.
It's kind of nerve-wracking because every time we go into a new place, it could be a, well, you know, I really like you guys, good luck to what you're doing, but it's not for us type of thing. And, you know, that sucks. You don't want to be rejected for anything.
Hey, how are you? Yep, you too.
How are you?
How are you?
Good.
Hey.
How are you? Good to see you again,
Yeah,
sir.
good.
Pleasure,
you
pleasure,
too.
pleasure.
You too. All right, take a seat.
Thanks for taking the time to meet with us today.
It seems to me, I mean, you know, I may be oversimplifying this, but it seems like there's really two keys to the door here. There's one is obviously in the music. The songs have to be right because, you know, the power of a good song just overwhelms anything else. And the other is if there's enough exposure for people to see you and get to know you in this guise as opposed to in the previous, you know, in sync guys, you know, and things like that.
We've got 3 really good songs.
Right.
If you hear them in order, you can hear the 3 weeks in the 3 songs.
Right.
The one we just finished yesterday is the first time that you realize that we are the guys from the bands we used to be, but we aren't the bands we used to be.
Steve, what was your take on the songs? I know that you just got them this morning.
I just got them this morning, so it's a bit difficult to get into it too heavily, you know, when you've only listened to them twice.
Yeah,
but I did think that, to me, there was sort of a danger area. Not that I didn't like the first 2, but they weren't quite as dynamic as I wanted melodically, you know, as I would have, as I personally would have liked.
I'd like to play the latest song that they did, which is they just finished it late last night, and I think this is what Chris was talking about, to see the progression.
Every time I'm thinking we should start over, you show me I was wrong, I was wrong.
We've been through these kind of things before. It's been a few years. But most of those guys, man, they play that weight game, and even if they are interested, they don't show it.
Into the same old songs, old songs.
I never predict those things because you could never tell in this business. I thought for sure I had record deals before and I had this thing locked down, and I didn't. That's what I learned about this business. It's very unpredictable.
Wrong time, trying to make it right, but we just can't seem to see eye to eye.
I definitely see what you were talking about. There's definitely a progression there. And I just think as a song, it's stronger too. And I'm glad to see that in this song. And if you're saying that's the direction, that's an encouraging thing, definitely. You know, I mean, it really is.
They're very, very quick to say no. This isn't something we're interested in. No, we can't do this right now.
Great. Well, thank you.
And if they give you positive feedback, you know, you're usually going in the right direction.
Steve was pretty cool about it. I think he really dug it.
You think you did? I couldn't tell.
I can.
Yeah, you know?
I know the difference.
Well, I think we're off to a good start.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great way to start the
It is
day.
a great way to start the day.
Here we are at another record company, and we're about to have a very big meeting, and I'm hoping to get some very positive feedback today. So we'll see what happens. We're about to head in.
I've been in a lot of meetings with Jeff. He likes to look for things to be critical of.
You guys have been together for 3 weeks. Is this really a group?
It's good to get an honest opinion, but sometimes it's hard to hear the truth.
Chris, Brian, weight issues, brothers.
Mission Man Band is sponsored by AT&T.
Went really well. We're about to go into our second meeting now, and hopefully it will go as well as the first meeting went.
I was a little nervous going up there to jive, man. Meeting Jeff Finster. I've never met him. The other guys have.
Good to meet you, man. Really pleasure.
Good to see you again, sir.
Some guys can be pretty hardcore. It's good to get an honest opinion, but sometimes it's hard to hear the truth.
Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So I think you know a little bit of the background of how these guys got together, and I might let them tell you a little bit about it just in their own words.
I think going into the whole thing, none of us really expected it to be like this. I mean, we've all crossed each other's paths, you know, in the business and known each other, been acquainted, but I think once we got to know each other, we started, you know, really liking each other a lot. On top of that, Brian was thrown into the mix, and it took the whole thing to a whole nother level.
Right on.
You know me, Jeff, like, at the end of the day,
I do know you.
You can't count nobody out. You know, people are kind of looking at these guys and not really taking it serious. I was like, well, I kind of want to come in and legitimize the situation. I mean, Kate from the very, very beginning was like, yo, we want to make this a real thing.
And I know the fact that you don't just do anything.
Yeah.
So you must have really felt there was something there. Because you know, another concern is like, you guys have been together for 3 weeks. Is this really a group? I mean, you guys are not kids anymore. What do you anticipate that your live show is going to be like? Have you thought about that? Have you worked on that?
We performed live recently in Miami in a club at Mansion. I don't know if they told you.
I would love to have you guys do something for me as if we were at Mansion.
We had to sing for our supper up there, man. It was a little weird at first, you know. I'm 37 years old, man. I mean, the last time I did that, I was probably 19 years old, man.
Without you, don't wanna be caught dead. Without you, don't wanna live in despair. Without you.
What you think about Nice in Manhattan? When I'm gonna perform something, I perform at 110%. I don't care if it's a guy, I'm gonna get in his face and rap to him.
Oh, girl, don't leave me here without you. In this situation.
I got a little nervous when that part came around, man. I was a little nervous and you know, started messing up some of the words. I walk up with you, you're kneeling down. I'm not talking to you, you turn around and she's not you.
It was good to do that and let him know that we weren't above or beyond that sort of situation, you know, that we are hungry and we do want this really bad.
Man, it's more nerve-wracking doing that than anything.
I mean, this is a very artificial kind of scenario, but it still feels to me like there's still some work to do for you guys to really be a group performing-wise. Because in the Fenster Keep It Real department, Brian, Chris, weight issues, brothers.
He was a little apprehensive of, I guess, my weight, but he made a couple comments about that, and it's all right, man. I mean, constructive criticism, and we already know.
I'd like to play you the new song that they did.
Enough talking.
We could tell right away that he was kind of feeling that one because he started moving as soon as it started, man. It's a good sign.
I think it's time for us to say goodbye. Girl, it's story of my life.
This is the best of the 3 songs you've done so far.
I think the third song really got him. I think they're slowly getting the picture and they're slowly seeing the overall scheme of things that we've seen all along.
This kind of gives me an idea of where this can go. Clearly, there are going to be things that you're still going to need to work on as this process continues. But I got a good sense today that maybe you guys know where you're going.
Thanks for taking the time, man.
Yeah, thanks for
No, it's my pleasure, really.
It feels good. A lot of us didn't think we'd ever be back here, seriously.
The most important thing to me is not getting a record deal. The most important thing to me is getting the right record deal. Getting a company that's going to get behind us and not give up on us. Great seeing you again.
Good to see you too, Rich. You healthy?
Yeah, very.
Well, I mean, I think we take everything from these meetings, look at it as a positive. No one kicked us out of their office. Nobody said, this is a joke.
I'm really happy about that meeting. I've been in a lot of meetings with Jeff. He likes to look for things to be critical of. But you know Jeff, I mean, he's not usually, he usually doesn't smile.
I don't know, I think he will. I think they will make us an offer.
Personally, this experience means everything to me. I mean, there was a time not too long ago when I didn't think I was even gonna be able to walk again, or I didn't have much time on this earth anymore. And here I am living my dreams to the fullest extent again.
Before I got here, I really didn't know what to expect. I knew that I wanted a shot, an opportunity. Basically came to show and prove that I did still have a spark in there somewhere, and hopefully I was gonna find it.
This experience has been one of the best experiences in my life. It's been a pretty dark spell for me in the last few years. I almost didn't come do the show because I was scared. But, you know, look, I'm glad I got here, and I'm glad I made the choice to take a chance and take another risk in my life and my career.
And it was amazing to see everybody make such major changes in such short amount of times. And those changes all came from within the 4 of us. We were the ones pulling each other up cheering each other up after the bad Magic game, congratulating each other after the good show in Miami. You know, it's about this whole thing's about us four.
I think it was still the point of the second song, and I heard what we've done with the song that made me go, this isn't a TV show, this is a group.
I think that this 3 weeks is just the beginning of an amazing future.
We are now officially a group, and that's really amazing. I see the possibility of this band lasting. I think that we all really like each other. There's millions and millions of people out there that bought our records before that might just like us again.
I don't think any of us want it to end, you know, and luckily I don't think it is going to end. You know, I think we are going to have a group now. We're going to go on and do other things and continue to work. It was an amazing experience. I got everything out of it that I wanted to get out of it.
I love you guys, man.
I think we should celebrate. Wow!
For after-show commentary and extra scenes, go to vspot at vh1.com.
They're prettier than you.